So glad that you joined me today for this particular video. I'm Dr. David Looney. This is Hope in the Works. And again, I'm glad that you have stopped by today. The things that we discuss today are going to help you and should benefit you. Whether you have a child with special needs or if you are just a parent with children or a child, you need to have a will in place to care for their needs should you become incapacitated or should you even die. They need to know that they are cared for. I love this statement. I love this statement by baseball great Roger Maris. He said, and I quote, "You do not hit home runs by chance. You hit them by preparation." End of quote. And so if you want to hit a home run for your child, the greatest thing you can do is pick up the phone today. Call your attorney. Set that appointment. Go in and set up your will. It's something that is going to give you peace of mind, but it is something that is going to help your children for the rest of their lives. It'll help you to take care of them. A number of years ago, I taught a course in death and dying at a local university. And in this university setting, I had counseling majors, I had nursing students, I had social workers and those kinds of majors, those kinds of students. And I remember we were talking about this particular aspect of a will and or a trust and how this works and all this kind of thing. And I noted that my students were not taking notes, and I stopped and I said, let me ask you something. I've noticed that we've been going in class now for about 10 minutes and you're not writing down very much. I said, number one, you're going to be tested on this material. But number two, I said, let me ask you this. I said, how many of you in this class are the oldest sibling in your home? 3/4 of my students raised their hands. I said, do you understand that should something happen to your mom or dad, your parent that's living is going to be of no use right away because so many things will be racing through his or her mind. They're going to be looking to you. Your siblings, your younger siblings are going to be looking to you. I said, this will fall on you. Boy, they started taking notes at that point. Get out your pen, get out your paper, take some notes, because the things that we discuss today will be those things that will help you. I need you to do something for me before I go any further. Please hit the like, subscribe, notification bell. All of that's going to help me to grow this channel so that I can help more people like you. Now, here's what you need to know. Remember, Roger Maris said you don't hit home runs by chance, but by preparation. Here's the preparation you need to make when you go into your attorney. You need to have these questions down. And the good thing about the questions, you're going to have them down, and you're not going to remember everything that needs to be done. And certainly this is not an exhaustive list, but the good thing about it is these will be good starters. And then the lawyer is going to think of some things and piggyback off of those questions with you. So then you can have that proper dialogue to set up the things and your needs being met that need to be done. Number one question, number one, it's imperative. When you sit down with him or her, the attorney, you need to ask, do you have experience in working with special needs children and special needs families? Going to save you a lot of time. If they say no, then that's not the person for you. At that point, I would stop and ask, do you have a recommendation? Could you make a recommendation for me of someone that you know in your circles that does have that kind of experience that can help me? But question number two, say that they do have that experience. Question number two, what is the best type of special needs trust for my child's needs being met? What is that special needs trust? What type do I need to set up for him or for her that's going to provide for them? Number three, how do I need to structure this trust? to assure that my child can still receive government benefits such as Medicaid and SSI. I want to make sure that my child is covered, but I'd like to have that extra of having, the government subsidies that can be in place. So how can I structure this? Number 4, what limitations are with this trust as it relates to the funds being used for my child? Are there any limitations on how the monies can be used from this trust to take care of my child moving forward? Number 5, who should be named the trustee of this special needs trust? Now, this is going to be a revered family member. It could be a best friend, someone that you know and you trust. We have an individual that attends church where I do, and he has done this kind of thing for a number of individuals because of his background, because of his character. And so if you know someone like that, it doesn't have to be a family member, but it could be a family member, someone that you know and trust and revere. Number 6, what are the potential tax implications of setting up a special needs trust? What are those tax implications? You need to know that. Your lawyer can discuss that with you. Number 7, what specific provisions should I put in this special needs trust as it relates to my child's medical care and as it relates to future living arrangements? What do I need to include in this trust? Number 8, what happens if my child's special needs change? Can this trust be modified? Can I change that if I so desire? So walk me through that process. And like I said, with each of these questions, your attorney is going to be probably thinking of some counter questions that he or she can ask that will help you to get the best possible situation in place for your child. Now, let me talk to you now. I'm going to shift gears a little bit. Here's why trust is extremely good for your special needs child. Are you ready? Here it is. Number 1, it has asset protection. It protects you from creditors. It protects you from lawsuits. And it protects you from divorce should that happen. Those assets are going to be protected and untouchable. Number 2, why should I have a trust? Asset distribution. It allows you to specify where those assets go, who those beneficiaries are. Number 3, tax minimization. Tax minimization. It allows you to it's going to reduce, allow's not the word, it's going to reduce your estate taxes, your gift taxes, and your income taxes. And so it's going to minimize those. Number 4, why is a trust so good for special needs? Family support. It provides for family members. It also provides for that special needs child. Should something ever happen to you, so you have that family support and that family covered. Number 5, and it's really number 5 on the list, but really it's so important. It allows you flexibility. It allows you flexibility in the way that it's structured because it can be changed should you need to change it. So that's not going to be a problem. You can be very flexible in how it is structured. Number 6, this is huge. Number 6 is huge. It avoids probate. Probate eats up a lot of time. Probate eats up a lot of money. And so if you want to minimize that, set up a trust because it's going to save you time and money because it avoids probate. Number 7, it allows you privacy. When someone passes away, that's a matter of public record. Sadly, there are people who scour the newspapers or watch online to see who has passed away, and they know exactly what to say or exactly what to do to take advantage of someone in that situation. And so it allows you privacy, it keeps your assets from becoming a matter of public records. Another good reason to have it. Number 8, conflicts are minimized. Trusts can be, cannot be challenged in court. A will can be challenged in court, but a trust cannot be. And so there you go. It helps you to minimize conflicts. So, like I said, this is not an exhaustive list, but I think I've given you some information that probably you've not even thought about. And there are going to be some other things that you can research that you will find. But these are key questions to be asking your attorney. These are things you need to put into place to help your child or children, especially your special needs child. And these are vitally important to give you the peace of mind that you need, not only today, but in the days and weeks and months and years ahead of you, so that when you do depart this life, you know that your child or children are cared for. This is Hope in the Works. And I pray that I've given you hope for today. If so, I've done my job. And as I always say, hope for today is powerful. Thank you for taking the time to click on this video. Again, like, subscribe, let your friends know about, help me to grow this channel. Now, the next time we get together, I'm going to be talking about guardianship, conservatorship, and powers of attorney. I think those things are important as well, and it's something that oftentimes we don't think about. So we're going to do that in our next video. I appreciate you checking in with me today. I pray that God is going to bless you. And remember, there's always hope for today, and I'm glad you stopped in to be a part of this with me. May God bless you.